they get here, then we'll go live. Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Sorry for being a little late. I was putting on lipstick. I was quite literally putting on lipstick. So this is Untamed. It is a liquid lipstick from NYX Lingerie XXL. I meant to grab Stamina, which is a red that I'm doing, but this is the pink I'm going to be doing. Coupled with a brown liner to mute it. If I wanted it to be like pink, then I would use a pink liner, which is somewhere in this world. Don't know. Also, StreamYard has a new way of streaming. I don't know. Sass, can you see on this side? Can you see the double? Yeah. So like, I'm trying it out. I don't know exactly. It created 2 different links in YouTube for it. So I think Facebook can't see it, what's happening. But I think if you're watching it on YouTube and you're watching it on your phone, then you get this version of it. Isn't that interesting?
It very much is.
Jasmine, it looks like you have a little phone icon next to your name on my end. Does that mean you're watching us on the phone? You let me know. Hey, Babs. How you doing, girl? So anyways, Sass, do you wear makeup?
Only if I'm going out in special occasions. Other than that, absolutely not. No. I've never ever been a makeup girl. I did in like high school, and you know when you look back on those pictures, it's like, what were you thinking? Because I look casket ready. I mean, I had that Avon liquid that was like 2 shades too light. Looked a hot mess, and I thought it was cute, but I was not. But as I got older, I was like, no. So no, I don't wear makeup.
You know what? The women in my life didn't wear a lot of makeup. I only had like 1 or 2 women who did, and they were different skin tones than me, and so I was never like, oh, makeup was for me. But then when I got to, I think, college, and I did theater in high school, so it was even harder with that, because it was like, oh, now they want you to wear makeup, but I can't actually find anything that's in my skin tone. When I got to college, a little birdie was like, oh, there's MAC. And I was like, what is this MAC that you speak of? And she's like, they have every single color. I'm sure they'd have your color. You could get it at like Macy's or whatever. And I was like, oh. So she went out because this theater's makeup kit did not have a tone for me. So she was able to use the budget to go out and buy a MAC foundation for me. And so she bought it. And afterwards, she's like, girl, you can keep this. And I said, okay. So since then, I was a MAC girly for a long time, because MAC was the only over-the-counter company that would have my skin tone. And now it's all inclusive and all this shit now. But like, you know, when I was younger, they didn't give a fuck about my skin tone.
It was very hard to match.
Yeah. Even Fashion Fair did not care about my skin tone. Like their deepest color was sable, and that wasn't deep enough for me. So, and Fashion Fair was the black brand. That's what the black girlies had on the Fashion Fair. So anywho, okay, Jasmine, you said not casket ready, Sass.
Hilarious. It was terrible. And plus, you said that you didn't come from a family of people who wear makeup. I didn't either. My extended family, we didn't wear makeup, so I really wasn't taught how to wear makeup. So I didn't know what I was doing, but I was never a makeup girl.
Yeah. So now sometimes I'm just like, when I put it on, I'm like, oh, there is a difference. So I was a makeup girly for a long time. Even when I started my YouTube channel, this was a makeup girly YouTube channel. It used to be called Dark Skin Divas. And and so I was trying to like find and so I did well like for dark skin. And finding a lot of things, but then it was like I wasn't getting enough views to really pay for the makeup, so I stopped, and then pulled back, and now I'm back on the lippy game. Okay.
Now anyway. I do like a good lip. But I do wish, and I have practiced. I would love to learn how to do the wing liner. I just cannot. I cannot get that down for nothing.
You know what? It depends. Do you want to do I think some people do, there's like a swoopy wing, and then there's
Mhm.
just like a boop. There's just like a line
I
that
just
comes
want
out.
the little bop, but
Boop.
mine it looks smudged, and I even went out and I bought that little
Stamp? The stamp?
yes, yes. It looks smudged. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. My niece done tried to tell me, but mine does not look sharp. I want that sharp.
You know what you might have to do? It depends on your eyes. I can't tell if your eyes are hooded or not. Mine are, meaning that when I open my eyes, there's very little lid space. Very little. So like I have way
Oh,
more space from
do
here
I?
to here. Open your eyes, look at me. Yeah, you have hooded. Okay. So you
Okay,
too have hooded lids. Because there
okay.
are people who roam this earth that when they open their eyes, you can still see this part. Mine all but
Mhm.
disappear. So when I open my eyes, you can only just see the eyeliner kind of poking through. And so sometimes what I do in order to get that is I don't even do the line from the top. Like I won't do this. I will take it from the bottom and go up. And it gives that illusion. So I use my bottom lash as the thing, and then I just bring it in a little. But
How do you
again,
how do you keep it from not like mine looks smudged, like clumpy. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
mine don't look sharp.
are you using a pencil or are you using liquid?
I have used liquid and I have used pencil. Pencil was a disaster.
Yeah. So pencil, I think that what you would have to do is get a really sharp pencil and do very like quick. You could even try it with your brown, like get a brown and try it with brown just so that you can see how you like it or not. But you have to play around with it. It is something that you're going to have to learn specifically for your eye shape, how you do it and how you want to do it. I would say start with a pencil, and then once you get real good with doing the pencil, then liquid, because liquid will be a mess in the beginning. Liquid is not it's not friendly for anybody who's just starting.
Beginner friendly.
Yeah, it's not beginner friendly. Brooke says, honestly, depending on the product, you get a sharp wing. You literally drag the end with your fingernail. Oh, like some people put it on, and
Oh,
then we'll take either take a Q-tip or like something like they make Q-tips that are very thin at the end, and then you can just clean it up with a little bit of water
I never
or
thought
makeup
about
remover.
that.
So put it on and then use the makeup remover to clean it up. Some
Mm,
people though, they also do tape. Well, they'll put like the tape as the
hmm. I've seen that. As a guide.
as a guide. And then
Mm.
you can but you just got to try it out. I personally find that with makeup, for because of the way my mind is trained now, I cannot wear lip unless I have some kind of concealer or something here to even it out. So it's not even skin for me right here. And so that's why I stopped doing a lip, because then I'm like, oh, I have to do my whole face. But what I
Hmm.
did today is just a little concealer underneath here. Okay, and just kind of spread it. Then I like did a little powder, and then I put a little mascara on, and I did the lip. I was bold and brave, but I have to make sure that my mustache is under control. So I have to like go ahead and narrow that down. In order to
Do
get
you
that
do
working.
lashes?
No, I do lashes, but not every day. I only do lashes for
Yeah.
special occasions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we spent enough time talking about makeup routine, and it got people in the room. I love that it tells me who is using their phone and who's not using their phone. This is great. All right, so we'll get started in 7 seconds. Hey guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah Melanated. Welcome to my recap of 90 Day Fiance The Other Way, Season 7, Episode 10, Mind the Gap, featuring Sass Scales. You know her, you love her. She's sassy, she's
Hi.
sass. Hi, thank you for coming. Ooh, we've got more
You're
little
welcome.
decorations here. Okay, look at that. Look at
Oh,
this
look at
little.
that.
No, no. Oh, no. That one's covering you. This one's okay. This is too much. Anyways, my name is Wah. I do recaps of relationship reality TV shows such as 90 Day Fiance, Love After Lockup, Love is Blind, Seeking Sister Wife, and coming up, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. So if you are at all interested in that content, please go on ahead and subscribe to my channel. If while watching this, you get the hee hee ha-has and you want to give your girl a tip, you can do so with the options scrolling at the bottom or at the top of your screen. Otherwise, you ready, Sass?
I'm ready.
Okay. This is The Other Way. Wonder where those notes are. Let me get myself together here. So busy talking about makeup. I ain't even prepared. Okay, we got started at 9. Recap begins at 9. Okay. This was a sad episode a little bit. There was something quite like, I don't know, sad for me. All right, so starting with our first couple who we have missed, and we wish that they were on every single episode, with Jenny and Sumit. There we go. Jenny and Sumit. Okay. So, every time I watch Jenny, I'm like, girl, what do you do?
Nothing.
What is your exact function in this family unit? What is it that her and Sumit do? She don't want to move her body. She don't want to get up and clean. She don't want to cook. She can't cook. She doesn't seem like it seems like maybe all she wants to do is kind of just walk around, maybe go to some temples, buy some fabric, put on some saris, and then just be on her phone. What does that woman do? So they have the family cafe, and they're decided to stick with this little last space they've got going on here, and they're going to make it work. So Sumit is driving him, his mother, and his father and Jenny to the cafe. Now that mother, they did not want to put that camera on that mother, right? I feel like the whole time she's like, I don't know how, I can't even make it. She was like this or something.
Mm-hmm.
Her angle was so terrible in that back seat. I think if y'all don't get this camera right on Sardna, get this camera right on her. So they go to the venue of their shop and they start to see like where everything is at. They've got to clean up, they've got to prep. And so they start to do some prep work and start to cook. And I said, ooh, look at that, those potatoes. Then them potatoes look good.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it. You stop it. So them potatoes look good. Go ahead.
I want to say this. It looked delicious. And how would you like to have some coffee with the side of bathroom water? Or some potatoes with a side of cow urine? I can't do it. I could not. When they showed that part, I know we're skipping ahead, but I almost died when they did that.
You know what?
Almost died.
You know what? Yes, I too almost died. However, the Indian people have lasted thousands of years, okay? That is an old society. And there are 1 billion people on that continent, next to that ocean, okay? They are thriving and surviving. They are made of steel. But
yes, yeah.
but you know what? Sumit, he called it out. He was like, absolutely not. Throw all this shit away. Absolutely not. And his parents are like, we are alive and we've eaten. Like his mother got so upset. She was indignant about it. She was like, how dare you tell me this is my fault? They told us we could use this. And I said, what bums told you that you could use this water? Now, I don't necessarily know if it was bad water because it was water from the bathroom. I don't know if in the US water that comes to the bathroom spigot versus the water that goes into the spigot in the kitchen is different water. But what I think he was saying is that the water wasn't filtered. And I think they're living in a different time or live a different space where like water needs to be filtered. And I don't know if they buy bottles of water where they are so that as luxury, but she was like, this is fine. Now let's go back a little bit. They're like, Jenny, what are you going to cook? And she's like, coffee. Then we find out that Jenny don't even know how to use the espresso machine.
Right.
She don't know how to use the espresso machine. I said, Jenny, she's like, I don't make no coffee. I don't know how to use it.
It was a whole lot of parts. It was a whole lot of parts.
Oh,
Sit down,
right here.
Jenny.
Jenny, go
Just
find yourself a seat.
and stay there. You are
Mm-hmm.
in, you know what? When I see Jeannie and everyone is working, everyone is cleaning, everyone is decorating, everyone is cooking, Jeannie is like that child that's in the way.
Yeah.
You just want
Yes.
to pick up Jeannie and just move her out the way and say, stay there. Because
Somebody,
you're not, like you said, what does she do?
yeah. It's like someone going ahead and get Jenny's iPad so she could go sit outside. Here, Jenny, take this iPad, go sit outside. You let me know if you're thirsty. Now, let me tell you,
Mhm.
Jenny is hot, and I need her to get some dry shampoo because the hair is not hairing. I'm just like, girl, get you some dry shampoo, fluff that shit up. Why does
It's
she
just
look
pain.
bedraggled?
It's
Yeah.
strangely put it up in a bun. I
Yeah.
mean, me and you, every time when we talk about Jeannie and Sumit, we talk to about Jeannie like she's like this 20 or 30-year-old. She's 68. Or however, she should know that she's vintage. Why is this woman who has been in India for all these years, you don't know how to cook, you're not adjusting to the culture, you're not helping anything? Why is that? She's lazy. She is lazy and she don't want to learn. And then she's taking up space talking about like she's mumbling. Jeannie, girl, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, when she's like, "Oh, my coffee," and then didn't know how to make the coffee, and I was trying to figure out because they're talking about how they're going to be in an area with college kids and that coffee is going to be like the pull in because not many places serve coffee, which I think is an ingenious idea. But she still has to learn how to make a decent cup of Joe, especially or an espresso that kind of tastes like the chai that people are drinking, and people are drinking real sweet chai there. I love Indian tea, which this
Mhm.
for everybody who's out there who understands. When you go into an Indian store and you ask them for chai, they're going to point you to the tea aisle because the word chai means black tea. It is not spice tea. It is not tea with milk. It is not tea with milk and sugar and spices. It is just tea. And then if you make it spice or you add the, cardamom, the whatever it is that you want to, the pods, whatever you want to add to it, the sugar, the milk, then it becomes like that. So just don't be ignorant like me, because I sure did walk in there. I was like, the chai, and he was like, here, and I was like, that's not chai, it's just black tea. He's like, this is chai, and I was like, I'm dumb. I'm dumb.
And
Sorry, sir.
why would you give that job to Jeannie? You know what? We're going to give Jeannie the coffee job with this new espresso maker when she can't even boil water. Let's give her the important job. If no one else know how to use it, do they think because she's American that she knows how?
Yeah, I feel like she adds the authenticity to the coffee. The daughter-in-law, I think her name is Shar. I don't know why I
Yeah,
can't remember her name right now. She knows how to use it. She's like, "Don't worry, Jenny, I'll show you." And Jenny's like, "I forgot
right.
how to use it."
Yeah.
Now, once we realize that there's like poo-poo water happening, um, the he's like, "We got to throw all this out," and his parents are looking at him like, and he's like, "You guys did it wrong," and they're like, "Don't tell us we did it wrong," and like, your mother is very defensive. And she's pissed because they have to throw all the food away, and they throw it away. And I think to myself, I'm a little bit like, what is it? Can I taste it?
Oh, wow.
I don't want to taste it.
No.
It was
Mm-mm.
boiled. Was it not cooked? Did it? Hopefully, some of the germies are gone. And I say this after already being the first time I went to Belize. I didn't. I wasn't regular for weeks after I got home, and then finally, I
Mm.
leveled out. But yeah, no, they had to throw all that food away, and then they had to start again the next day and do it all over again. So then they get there the next day, and Jenny's complaining again about how they had to throw the food away, and now they have to make this, and the family's just giving food out because they had some kind of like nighttime little festival where they're trying to let the community know that they're there and they're ready they have delicious food, and they prepped a bunch of food. And she's like, "Guys, you're giving out so much food." And he's like, we have to. Don't worry about this, Jenny. And I'm like, "Jenny, what businesses have you run?" What?
You're not going to make any profit. We're not going to make any profit. What profit? What are you going to? What have you contributed?
Yes. Yeah. Are you doing the books? Are you accounting? Like, what is exactly are you doing at this moment here with this? It's very confusing to me. Because she had a lot of opinions. And then then she's like, at the end of this, I'm jumping back and forth, but after they threw out the poo water food, she's like, "This is why people get sick when they eat in India." And I was like,
Yeah.
you know what, Jenny, okay, you provided one bit of source of information that all of us could have deduced without having to say out loud in front of these people.
Can I say something about the water?
Mm-hmm.
When the mother was, she deemed it disrespectful that Sumit would say anything about the water. But when Sumit said, they were right. They were right. But I should have handled this. I should have handled this. And I'm like, Sumit, how long have they been trying to get this cafe? And they knew from the beginning that they did not have any water. And you wait until the day before the big party or whatever. Why didn't you handle the water? Why didn't you handle the water? Because that should have been handled. You
I
have
feel like
a cafe restaurant. It needs water.
Because he was taking care of Jenny. Whatever it is that Jenny needs, whatever nighttime ablutions Jenny requires, he's over there rubbing her feet, putting the tiger balm on her knees, giving her, you know what I mean? Like helping her. Like, I just don't see the give and take in this relationship. I would like to see a time where they're out doing something and she's not adverse to it, because it feels like every activity they try to get her to do, except for go to the temple and get married, she was adverse to it. She's like, I don't want to do it. This is too much for me. So man, I'm scared. Like everything. I'm like, yeah, she didn't even want to stretch her body. So like, yeah, who knows what's going on with those two, but she definitely doesn't seem to be helpful in any sense. But she thinks she's being helpful. Okay. I went and got Indian food after this. I just want you to know that I have some aloo gobi right there, which is potatoes and cauliflower and naan, because that's how delicious that food looked to me. And I was like, I gotta go get some food. So I did. Okay, so next couple that we are going to talk about is Pattiya and Dylan. Y'all, if Pattiya doesn't stop making excuses for her poor financial choices, it's almost like I want to be like, did she say you're the reason why I'm in debt over and over again, or do they just keep showing us the same clip of her saying the same thing? Are they scamming us? Are they making it seem like she is a broken record? So they're going furniture shopping. And she's looking at all these different items, and he, is allowing her. They've gone to this is the thing that frustrates me about these shows, is that they don't get the rights to go into like Walmart or like to go into like Target or someplace reasonable. So they have to go into these like niche boutique places, because those are the only places that'll let them in. And then they have to fight about every single time they go into one of these places. The American or the person whose country it is always, no, we can't. That's too much. You spend too much money. And I'm like, producers, can we not be a little bit more creative? Can the next time they go into one of these boutique places, the conversation not be about how everything is too expensive? Because the truth is, you shouldn't have gone in there. So like, let's just go in there and then find another conflict to have.
And it's so funny. You nailed it, because not only do they do that on all these shows, they are fussing and arguing while sitting on the furniture that you cannot afford, while the price tag is blown up so everybody can see it. And it's like, child, you wasting our time anyway. You ain't gonna buy.
Yes.
Like, what did that? You said it perfect. Yes.
It's just okay, girl. We get it. The 90 Day Fiance producers, I don't know if they get new ones every season who don't watch the past seasons and don't know what the tropes are, but we at this point, we are in season 7 of The Other Way. We are in season what feels like 13 of The Regular, and we're in season 10 of Before the 90. Like, I don't know where it's just the same tropes over and over again. I don't want to meet any family members who are worried if you're there for the right reasons. I don't want you to go into a furniture shop or a baby store shop or any shop that you can't afford. I don't want you to take your wife to a wood carver's shop in the middle of New Hampshire to get a high chair. I don't want it. I don't want that scene no more. So anyway, so they do this, and she's like, what I look for in furniture is durability and feeling and, you know, price. And he's like, well, babes, you gotta be careful of the price. Like, you know, he's like, how much money are you willing to spend? And she's just like, what? Like, she does not want to talk about price at all. And he's like, well, what we need to do is get something more cost effective so that we can pay down your debt. You know what we have to do? Pattiya, you have a lot of debt.
Hey, everybody in the store, my woman broke.
Hey, everybody in the 5-mile radius, she's got debt. Like, it is
exactly.
It is wild. So they sit down.
Crazy.
Yeah. And he's like, how much do you have in total? And she's like, 20K. And I was like, girl, you have 50K. It's not just 20K. 20K is, while it's daunting, I feel like as a stripper, it's manageable. As a sex worker, and I know that as a sex worker, she's not only just doing club work. She's probably a cam girl, or she has opportunities to do other things. Like, she's been in the game. She has clientele. She doesn't have customers. That bitch got a black book. Okay? So if you just left Vegas or Houston and now you're in there, one of your tricks couldn't have paid down your debt?
Or go to like one of them private parties. You know she do.
Yeah.
Private parties. Yes.
Make your money, boo. You're already in the game. You already got literally skin in the game. And then you're with a man who also has skin in the game too. So like, there's nothing stopping you. She could be making all manner of money. So anyways, so she is just like, I'm 20. I have five credit cards maxed out. I say, you have 5 credit cards that only have a 5K balance, that only have a 5K limit? Girl, you got 5 cards with a 20, with at least 18, 15 limit. What are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
Well, you can tell that she was fibbing when she said 20K by the way she looked on her face. That left eye went to twitching. And I was like, girl, you're lying. You are. Here is the thing, why.
Mm-hmm.
You are inside of a furniture store with your younger boyfriend of 12 years. You're 58 years old, and you have to lie about how much debt you had to appease him. Mm-hmm. This relationship is not going to work. Mm-mm. It is not going to work. And then, like you said, she's using excuses. How many excuses do you need to have? Went to top. You're the reason I'm in debt because of Thailand. It was because of Thailand. You're the reason. And I'm like, girl. I can't even make up any more excuses for you, Patty. What's her name? Pattiya?
Yeah, Pattiya.
No more. You are not a teenager. You went to Thailand. It didn't work out. He took the ring back because of an argument or whatever. You have no business with him. And now you're in a furniture store, literally just trying to like beg to pay for a little chair. Absolutely ridiculous. And then you're going to say 20,000. No, I'm with you. I say at least 40.
Okay. I'll take that because it's definitely not 20.
No.
The way she's talking about it, she's like, well, sell one of your properties so that I can get out of debt. And I was like, sell one of his properties. So he's selling a home is what you're saying to me. So he's going to at least get $100,000. So you're more like 100,000. Like, what do you mean sell one of your properties? He doesn't need to sell it if you're only 20K in debt. I'm sure he has 20K in savings that he could, or like he has 20, that man has 20K available. She doesn't need to sell a property in order to give it to her. And so and I want to understand why it's his fault. He says I'll take a little bit of blame of that because I guess they did break up. And before they went to Thailand, she had no debt. But then when she lived there, she wasn't working. So when she came back to the US, I guess 11 months later, she had to get back to her lifestyle. And so she got back into debt, trying to rebuild her life, which I could kind of understand. But he's like, it's been 4 years and you're a dancer. You should have been out of this debt. And she's like, well, I'm working on it. I've changed. No, you didn't, boo.
Well, this is my thing. And I've never been a stripper or a
sex worker.
But what is she doing with the money? Like, what? I mean, I really want to know, what is she doing? Like, you are stripping 4 years. You had to go back in debt after you left Thailand. Like, what are you doing? Like, he says frivolously spending. That's what he said. He said that okay, fine. But in 4 years, let's just call it what it is, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 in debt. That's a lot.
Yeah, no, it is a lot. And for her to be a dancer, she's probably listen, I don't know. Not every dancer makes $1,000 a night. But for someone like her with clientele, I imagine that she's pulling in $5,000 a month. $5,000 a month, maybe a little bit more with whatever other things that she's doing. And, but she can't get out. I'm like, girl, you can get out of it. In Houston, Texas? In the South? In the South, you can get an apartment for $1,000. You can get a nice apartment for $2,000. Like, this is, she's not living in LA. She's not living someplace where the cost of living is high. So these are choices that she's making to not for $20,000. I mean, $20,000 is doable debt. It's debt that is manageable. It's not in because that's a car payment. That's your car payment. That's I don't know what other people go into debt for. I don't know what other people go into debt for, but as a car payment and credit cards, like, it's fine. So it's just interesting. So she's sitting there looking at him like, she's like, why doesn't he just pay my debt off and shut up? Like, it feels like he just wants me to suffer, knowing that I put myself in this quandary. And I'm like, yeah, he does, because he does not believe that if he gives you this money, that you won't continue with these bad habits. And you're unhappy, and you're somebody who has an addiction. Like, he called it an addiction. And that's where she really shut down. I honestly think she's of the generation where you can't say the word addiction to her without her rolling her eyes. So she's like, it's true though. If you cannot manage your finances, I know when I get sad, I got a problem. Okay, poor choices have been made. I'm in debt, but like I'm gonna manage it. I'm gonna get a second job and manage it. I'm gonna do my YouTube. I'm gonna manage it. So it's really interesting that she is just like, this is your fault. You should just pay for me. I'm like, he's not a trick. Go and get one of your tricks to pay for it. And that's the beauty of this. It's not like she's with somebody who's going to stop her from using her body to make money. She's not with somebody. He's going to allow her to do so. So then, bitch, do it. Mickey said, are the casinos empty? I don't even know what that is in reference to, but it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Are the casinos empty? So
when he says that, when he tells her this is the reason why I'm not proposing to you, is because of your debt. And then here she goes. She kept talking about, if he does not propose to me, I'm done. Girl, at that time, I got up, I walked out my room, and I said, you're not. And you know what? This is when you're done. Oh, so this is the breaking point when it comes to your finances and your debt.
Yeah, and your ring, the ring you want. It's crazy because I'm like, girl, you about to do Thailand 2.0. You've again you're moving to Australia to be with somebody who's not going to marry you because they don't want the baggage of your financial choices. Like, they're willing to help you get out of it, but they're not willing to help you get out of it and then watch you get back into it with their money. And so that's why they're not marrying you. And instead of that, she's like, but it's your fault I'm in debt. Nah, boo.
And she said that numerous times. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault.
Yeah, which is why it was like,
with her saying that, Was they living off of her savings or whatever? What was he doing?
I in my mind it was because they broke up, and however it is they broke up was his fault. Like he wanted to break up, and so it forced her to move back to the US. Girl, I don't know. You know, the one thing that's very frustrating about this show is that sometimes they don't clarify things for us. Like some things are just super unclear as to how it came about. And I'm like, no, I need clarity. And this is one. I want her to lay it out for me. I want her to say, we went to Thailand. You promised me you were going to take care of everything. So I got myself out of debt. I moved here. I did not go to work in Thailand at all. Then you broke up with me for something stupid. And you admit to me right now that it's stupid. And so I had to move back to the US with no financial help. And so then I just started spending the money because I was so sad that you kicked me out of Thailand or whatever.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's like, you put me in this position. And I'm like, no, you put you in this position.
And then she used the other excuse as being a stripper is high maintenance. Because what she said she had to do the hair and the makeup and the outfits and the shoes. And it's like, well, girl, I mean, I get it, but where are you going to get all this outfit and the hair and the makeup?
Let me tell you. I'll tell you one thing that is expensive about dancing. These little bitty outfits be costing $40. And ain't it be nothing but no string and a little bit of fabric. I'm like, yes, it's highway robbery. These little bitty outfits be a whole lot of nothing for a whole lot of money. One. Two, I mean, I could see her being somebody that goes and gets her hair, like, gets extensions and does all this stuff. But to me, I'm like, you still got to make it make sense. Like, if your budget isn't extensions, then just go and get like a blowout. Like the tanning, girl, you are a dark-skinned Asian. Go outside. She don't need to go to no tanning salon. She already has the melanin in her. She just needs to go outside and let the sun bring it out. And then like
lotion or whatever the white girls be putting on.
She could absolutely do that. Then also her nails, they don't cost that much, boo-boo. Girl, the nails don't cost that much. They do in certain you can get your nails done every 2 weeks for $150. That's $300. And that's what you should be making an hour in the club. So it's just like it's a lot of like, oh, I have to do all this maintenance. And I'm like, but it doesn't feel like you have been doing all this maintenance. It just feels like you just been overspending. And she's like, he said that people love when she come into the shop because they know she's gonna buy 3 of everything or buy it all in different colors.
Right.
Now
that's right.
Listen, hit the store. I don't buy them both because I don't want to choose. I get it, but you have to have Cardi B money in order to do that, or a nice discount. But anyways, so we're gonna see an explosive. Like the next time on, gave us a little bit more of what's gonna happen in the entire season. So this leads me to believe that this episode is halfway through the season. And I said they don't even care about us no more. They just gonna give us a whole 20-week show. Yep. The rest of them are kind and they give us like a 10-week, maybe a 12. But 90 Day Fiance don't care about us. They don't care about us recappers.
No, they really don't.
They really do not care. All right. So next couple that we are going to talk about is Greta and Matthew. Oh, y'all, God. I'm mad at Greta. And I don't know if this is me just being an elder millennial. I don't know if this is me. You cannot.
I am so glad you said that.
I'm sorry. You are not allowed to change your mind in 6 months about having babies after you've named your babies. You've named them. And then this man had to tell her, listen, I get it. You don't want to have kids. If you're too busy, then I'll be 200% the parent. I said.
Oh my God. When he said that, and how about when he said, I want a family. I want children, and I want to have a family with you. The look in his face. I wanted to crawl through my TV and slap the dog piss out of Greta. I said, Greta, how could you do this to this man? Yeah. It's not like you and him did not have a conversation because you had a conversation about children and you knew he wanted children. You done moved over there, and then you gonna look this man in the face and say, are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, that pissed me off.
Yeah. I think that is a huge, huge change. It's not an easy one. It's a huge lifestyle change. So we start off where she goes to lavender bee tea time. Oh, I Sass, if you know me, I am a tea connoisseur, and to go to have high tea, I used to do it in New York all the time. There's a
Mm.
place called like Alice in Wonderland or something, Teacup, in on the west side, on the east side, middle east side, and I used to just eat that place up. I love
There's
it.
a tea house about it's over an hour where I live. And oh my God, I absolutely love it. I love it. I love it. I love everything about it. So yes, I was here for that.
Yeah. So she shows up and she's even wearing British, like fake British clothes too. She's gotten cottage core to the T. She has on like a little like bibbed shirt with white shirt with like a fake corset underneath and a long skirt. And she's gone there to meet his mother, his grandmother, and his future sister-in-law, his brother's fiance. His mother is wearing a very cute blouse with a bunch of hearts all over it. And grandma's just the older version of that, and they're all just having tea and having a great time. And now I will say that this rude server comes over, is like, this is the regular, and then this is the vegan. I was like, you just say this is the non-vegan option, this is the vegan option. It's so wherever they are, they're still kind of like new to veganism. And so she's sitting there and they're eating their little breads, their crumpets, their sweets, they're having their British English breakfast tea, and just really trying to get to know the family. And the mother's being very lovely, and she's like, Greta, I am so happy that you found our Matthew. Oh my
Yes.
god, like this is and they were even playing Downton Abbey music in the beginning. Like I was like, is this the intro to Downton Abbey? What's happening? And so, just really happy. And she's like, I feel really bad because it's been bumpy since I've gotten here. And, it's like we haven't meshed on the housing. We haven't meshed on the making space for me. And all I can think of is her friends were right. When we got her first episode, her friends said that they were worried that she was going to go there and just spiral, get nervous, create things that, don't aren't actually an issue and spiral out of control. And she's absolutely doing that. And that started when Matthew did not make space for her. And I think that's unfortunate. And I think he knows he fucked up, but he cannot go back in time. And I get it mentally wise, when like something has happened, it is very and it's pivotal. If it's a pivotal thing for me, and maybe I don't even recognize it as pivotal, and it happens, I cannot not have that affect me anymore. And I think that is what's happened to her. So anywho, they're talking about how she doesn't understand family, and I'm like, girl, I don't get I that's part of her life I still need information on, because she refers to it as like the woman my dad married, and how horrible that woman was for like seeing her decoration, her ornament, and saying it was ugly and throwing it out. And so that really affected her. So she's at tea time just like crying. And so they're trying to console her and make her feel good. And mother's like, I can't wait for you to have kids. And that's when she dropped the bomb of like, well, I don't really know if I want kids. And they're all like,
Shocked.
yeah. I was like, these aren't the people you said that to.
Right. Their reaction is telling me that Matt, is his name Matt?
Mm-hmm.
Matt, um, has been talking to them about having kids. Because you could
Mm-hmm.
just tell the look on the mom's face just completely was like, I mean, she looked like she was kicked in the stomach.
Mm-hmm. She's like, I love being a mother. And,
Uh-huh.
I you talked about it and now you don't want to be that, so we're here for you. And they tried to be like supportive of her, but I think in that moment they were like, what do we do, poor Matthew, oh my god, poor Matthew, because they had just finished telling her that they think that she's perfect for Matthew, and that the fact that they have so much in common and that they're exactly soulmates. And then she drops the bomb, well, we're not soulmates because I don't want to have kids. Like that's basically what she said. Like,
That's
she's
exactly what
like,
she said.
yeah. And so then they go apple picking, and her and Matthew on a, I guess, a quintessential British rainy day. He doesn't even have an umbrella. It looks cold as fuck. And then they see these pigs, and this is how I know that like I am not I cannot I could be vegan, but not because I don't want animals to be hurt. Like they were like, "Look at those cute pigs." And I was like, "Ain't nothing cute about it. There's nothing cute about this." I don't have any like emotional tie to these animals
None.
at all. At all.
Mhm.
So she says, well, let's pick some apples, and so maybe they'll like us more. And then she ends up telling him how, she never thought she'd meet somebody on a vegan website. I didn't even know they had vegan dating sites. Like that's how serious their veganism is.
Mhm. How
So
bland is that? I mean, really, a vegan dating site? I mean, really?
I mean, it's a
No,
whole lifestyle. I dated somebody who was vegan, and I
I
realized
couldn't.
that like I didn't because I didn't understand that it was like a political thing as well. Like it's a way of life. Like no leather, like nothing having to do with animals.
Nothing.
And they can't. He couldn't even watch TV shows where animals were in them or got hurt in them. Do you know there's a website dedicated to um letting people know if an animal gets hurt in a movie?
Really?
Yeah, because there are people who are so like in love with animals that they can't even see an animal get hurt in a movie. Like if they're watching a movie like in from feudal China with horses and the horse dies or the horse gets yeah. I'm like, damn, y'all not watching Game of Thrones, huh?
Oh no, well, no, oh no, my goodness, no.
Yeah. That is a thing. There are people who actually cannot enjoy a movie if an animal gets hurt or dies. So there's that. Now you know. Boom, boom, boom.
Mm-mm.
So anyways, like that it's very like intense for a lot of people who are vegan and whatnot. And so she then says to him, but I don't think that I know that we talked about it, but I'm having a lot of anxiety about us having kids, and I don't think that I would be a good mother. Because when I really thought about it, the kind of advocacy that I want to do is gonna I wouldn't be a good mother, or I wouldn't be able to do it if I were a mother. And I was like, are you planning on like chaining yourself to a tree? Are you like, what is it? What kind of advocacy are you planning on doing to where you would not be a good mother? So she's saying these things, and I'm like, it was really irresponsible of you to not think about all the things that you want to do before you had a conversation with this man about having kids. Because I don't see how your advocacy could stop you from having kids. It feels like something you're just saying now because you're having like severe anxiety about even moving forward with Matthew. Like, I don't think you want to be, I think that he didn't make space for you. And now you are unfortunately in a dark place. And all of a sudden you're feeling like you don't want to have kids. Because if that was the case, why did you come here? Did you think he was going to change his mind? You named your children with him.
Mhm.
Like, that's the thing that's like crazy to me.
Blows my mind. And if we're going by usually the reality show script, um, it would be like, okay, well, they set this up to have the dun dun dun, the drama moment. While he looked like the blood just drained from his face. It was like, okay, this is the first time I'm hearing this, and you're telling me this in front of the cameras. That's what it looked like to me. And I'm like, really, Greta? If that's what we want to believe, you telling this man you don't want to have children in front of the cameras? I mean, that's a double blow.
Yeah,
I,
because
I just don't know. You are right. She's using this as an excuse.
I think she's
As
terrified of being there right now, and
Mhm,
she feels rejected because of his earlier not making space for her, and so she's
mhm.
now creating all of this in her mind because, like, my thought is you guys were talking about it just 6 months ago, and then within that 6 months, you made a decision that you didn't wanna have kids. You should have told him and not come to England. Let him decide about that. And if he thinks that he's going to change her mind, like it's not an easy thing to have children. He can't say, "Well, you just bear them and I'll take care of them." I don't think that that's how that works. Look at Manon and Anthony. Anthony is fed up with taking care of his kid. Like,
Right.
so it's like, he says this now, but nobody, not nobody, but I think, it's really difficult for someone who really wants kids to then just have them and let their partner just like not be there.
Mm-hmm.
And then how is she going to feel that she's just a birther, just like a broodmare to have kids for him and his family while she runs around saving the animals of the British countryside. So it's just like it's all very confusing, and I want her. I can the next time on, looks like he even buys her a home or a space that they agree on, and she's unhappy in that too. I think she's just there's a lot going on. She's homesick, and she's about to sabotage someone that she finds that she's perfect for.
Mm-hmm.
And that really truly to me is like love isn't enough. Also, you need medication and a therapist, you know?
And just something's going on because, like you said, the whole space thing. Okay, fine. But you lost me with that point with the whole space thing, Greta, when he showed you a house with what was it? 3 bedrooms. And you said, well, why do we need all this space? Well, honey, you just complained about a drawer. Now he's showing you a house with 3 bedrooms, one with the nursery, and now it's too much space. Greta, I'm going to need you to sit down with Jeannie. I'm going to need you to pull up a chair with Jeannie. And go ahead and take stripper woman with you. Because all three of y'all getting on my nerves. But go ahead.
Yeah, I just felt really bad. And I was like, you seem like you need to go home. You need to go home. You need to go home. You and come back when you're happy. Come back when you're
Where do you go from here, Wah? What's the conversation now? Where do you talk? Where do you go from it? That is resentment to the fact he's going to resent her.
Yeah. Like to me, and it's unfortunate, but it's like once something is said, if you tell me you don't want to have kids, or you told me in the beginning that you did want to have kids, and I have a contingency plan. If I get with somebody who's like, I'm okay not having kids, and I'm like, yeah, well, I can't. And they're like, okay. And then all of a sudden they want to change their mind and then they want to have kids. And I'll be like, okay, let's get you a surrogate, or let's just find you a baby mama and we'll see if we work. And if we don't end up working after this, if you want to be with her because she's the mother of your child, then we'll divorce or do whatever. But I'm willing to go down this path and see how it goes. And it could end in us breaking up. But it feels like that's not what Matthew wants. And so Matthew needs to break up with her. I wish that he had said in the apple orchard was, that's how you feel, then I will help you pack and buy you a ticket to go home. Because that's a non-negotiable for me.
None.
And I wish that he had said that. And he didn't say that. He's still trying to compromise with her. And I was like, I get it. I get that you don't want to let it go because it's perfect, but you're never going to be happy. So I'm sad. All right, last couple that we have is Luke and Madeline. There is no Madeline in here. It is just Luke and his friend, who his friend is telling him, do not marry this crazy bee because she's done nothing but take money from you. And I think to myself, she's taken money that he is freely given. I think it's weird when men want to show when men want to show off and show that they have money, or they want to like be a provider, they want to give off a certain energy, and then when the woman fully takes advantage of that and never puts the brakes on, then they get mad at the woman. And I'm like, you have to put the brakes on. And if that woman breaks up with you because you put the brakes on, then that wasn't the woman for you. It's a lot of hard choices that I think people don't want to make. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but I'm saying I'm to the point in my life where it is or it isn't. And there's no judgment on what it is. It just is or it isn't. And if it isn't, then I'm going to go. And that's what needs to happen. I think people get so emotional where they just like want people to change. And I'm like, nah. Like, she wants a man who can pay for everything. You provided that. And then you wanted her to be the responsible party to not spend your money. No, you need to be responsible party to be like, I cannot float. I can't give you what you want anymore. And if you don't want me, then I'm going to go. What do you think?
He literally cannot afford his lifestyle and hers. He can't do it. His daddy tried to tell him, his homeboy tried to tell him. And then when his homeboy was, saying, you don't even say anything good about her. You don't say anything good about her. You're not like really hyping her up or anything. What is it about this girl? She lied on me. That homeboy had to make sure he threw that in. She lied on me. She ain't, she makes you miserable or whatever. What is she bringing to the table? And then here's Luke talking about Well, you know what my friend said was harsh. And I was like, that's what you took. Luke, that's what you took. What he's trying to tell you, you had cake thrown in your face. Okay? You had cake thrown in your face, 30-some-year-old man from a 20-year-old. And she had your shit on the porch when you pulled up. And you're saying, well, what your homeboy's telling you is harsh? Boy, if you don't take your tail home.
Take that ass home. You better call your dad right now and tell him to not get on the plane. It is so this is so weird to me. We're not and she's a child. He met her when she was 18, proposed to her. I don't even think she's 20. I think she's still 19. So he's a whole grown weirdo for wanting to be with an 18-year-old girl. Then he's like, I spent money on her business. I bought her cars. I did this. I did that. You shouldn't have, because you didn't have the money to do it. You shouldn't have. And that's and so he's like, the way she makes me feel when we're together, we have so much fun. And I'm like,
no, we haven't seen it. When she's always, I have yet to see her. Have you seen her smile?
She's always mad at him.
Together, I mean, legitimately smile. I've seen her smile when she was talking about money.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, they don't even look happy together.
Yeah. Yeah, he just wants this little body, big-headed girl.
That's it. That's it.
And he wants her for clout. And it's like, and I do the thing that what I love about her is that she's only 19 and she's running circles around him. She's not gonna take her foot off his neck for the love of I don't know who's the first man in her life that she got over on, but she doesn't like Luke as much as he likes her.
No, and she don't make any apologies for it.
None.
She don't make none.
And I love that, because in not normal circumstances, but the circumstances that we see the most is a young, helpless 18-year-old girl who's with this older man, and he's running her around, making her feel like she owes him the world for the little pittance that he gives. And this is not Madeline's story. She's I doing pie-ins. I have my own business. I do whatever I want. Luke, he always say he give me money, but he don't give me that much money.
He is a liar. He has a stripper.
My God. Only thing I can think of is that you go with your strippers. If that, I don't want it, Luke. And she's like, with these long ass nails. I'm like, that's the only redeeming thing about it, is I love the way that she's running around him, just man eat and make him walk out, make it
they're still together.
That's crazy.
That's crazy to me.
That's crazy to me. That's crazy. But anyways, I think that's the end, right? Anything else to talk about?
I'm trying to think. It was something I was going to say, but I done forgot, girl.
Is it about Luke and Madeline?
No, it was something about Jeannie.
Oh.
I know what it was. When they were in the confessional and they were talking about, the all that food and the money and stuff, the way she looks at Sumit, it's like she looks at him like, you're not my husband. You are like a child. You know what I mean? She looks at him like she'll have her glasses, her hair all stringy, and she's like, yeah. Like, girl, Jeannie, you're the only, Jeannie Sumit's the only reason why I recapped this shit, because I was excited to see him. And now it's like Jeannie does the most. She does the most.
Yeah. I enjoy them. I think that they're such a fun dynamic. And I think that he's so much better now than his previous seasons. Like before, he was like always lying or keeping something from her, or like something. And now he's just like they are an old married couple. Yes. They are an old married couple. I like that for them.
He looks better now too. with his hair grown out, the little curly hair. Yeah, Sumit looks better. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks good. He
Mm-hmm.
looks good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the end of this episode. You guys, thank you so much for joining. And Sass, thank you so much for joining me. It's always a pleasure.
I'll see you next week.
Yes, yes. I'm going to be on Sass's channel next week. I'm so excited.
Yes.
But Sass, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on YouTube, Sass Scales. You can find me on Instagram, Sass Scales YT, not YT, not YT as in YT. YT is in YouTube, not the YT, but Sass Scales YT, and that's it.
Yes. And for me, you can find me anywhere. You can see me on Facebook, as you guys are some of you watching us on Facebook. Just call me Wah. Just call me Wah on all the social media platforms, as well as and especially YouTube. All right, you guys, and thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Sass, for coming. Thank you for those in the chat. I'm coming back at 7:30 to talk Seeking Sister Wives. So if you were interested in that, see you in about 30 minutes. If you are a #replay gang, check the description box below to see when everything is happening and when things are starting. Otherwise, I'll talk to you later. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
And jump in the line, rock your body on time. Okay, I believe you.